Welcome to the Andy Ruther Show. Here is your host, Andy Ruther.
Welcome back to another episode of the Andy Ruther Show. That is me, Andy Ruther, coming to you on this lovely, humid, muggy, same old stuff, guys. I do this every week. It's hot, it's humid, and it's muggy, and I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It's the humidity, man. It's the number one thing I hate about living in Ohio, and I say it all the time. It's the humidity. That's what I loved about living in California, the lack of humidity. What I loved about living in Las Vegas, the lack of humidity. This is what I hate about the humidity. You know, my latest thing my gripe that I have right now, I will go work out at the gym. A little flex right there. Yeah. Started hitting the gym again. No, trying to get rid of this dad bod. I have such a dad bod right now. It's disgusting. Dude, I saw a picture. I don't have it handy. I saw a picture on Father's Day. I was in bed holding my two little girls like they woke me up. Brittany let me sleep in. I'm holding my two girls. They woke me up. You know, I don't have a shirt on. I'm in bed. And it's just such a dad bod. Let me grab my phone. I'm going to pull it up. And I'm not embarrassed. It's a dad bod. It is what it is. And I saw it and I was like, dude, you got to start working out. My hairy chest, just unkempt. Where is this dad bod? You see this and you go, what are you doing? What are you doing, Andy? Look at this. Let's pull this up. Okay. I mean, this dad bod is just, okay. Of course, I got to change the file format. It's always got to be difficult. But anyway, I saw that. So I was like, you know what? I am going to start working out. I need to start working out is basically what I decided. And I have been. To my credit, I've been working out. Look at this picture. Let me pull this up. No, where is it? Let me remember. Sorry, guys. This is taking me way too long. It's not even worth it, but you know what? This is important. Let me just show you this dad bod. Let me show you this. Look at this. Look at this dad bod. Look at this. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. That tan line. Oh my goodness. Look at that dad bod. That dad tan line from cutting the grass. Belly, the chest hair. Oh. My two beautiful daughters, Isla and Molly. I saw that and I said, get your ass in the gym. Get your ass in the gym. But what I was getting at about the humidity, let me go back to that, is I'll do my workout, right? And I'll get all sweaty. I'm back to doing my little beach workout, which I used to do when I lived in Venice Beach. You know, I do like a minute of running, push-ups, minute of running, push-ups. It's a great workout. You do a lot of push-ups in like 35, 40 minutes, and then you run about 3 miles. It's great. So I got back to doing that. The thing is, I'll shower at the gym after I work out, and then I get all sweaty afterwards, walking from the gym to my car. So I stopped showering at the gym. I stopped showering because of that, right? Because I'm like, why am I showering and then I get all sweaty again, and then I just got to go home and shower again? So I decided I'm just going to start showering at home. Again, because of the humidity. It's just like, dude, why did I even shower? I'm still sweating nonstop. Not a fan at all. And I'm a little under the weather now. My kids have it. Now I have, it's just, you see your kids get it and then you're like, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get it. What did you get from the Wuhan lab? What did daycare give you? What did you get? What you got now? I'm a little nasally, got some snot, all those things. But I'm here. Was hoping to do this last night. I was just so tired. My baby girl Molly she's just struggling with the sleep. We were on it, we're off it, now we're back on it. But anyway, I'll survive. I keep saying, I know I say this all the time. I keep saying, just get to football season. Just get to September 7th. Get to that first Sunday in football. And then it's all rosy. At least I'm hoping. I'm hoping it'll be rosy. But no. I'm here. We're doing it. I saw this wild story. That's what I want to talk about today. I can't get over this story. This is the most 21st century 2025 story that you will see, and it proves something that I've said forever. You can't get away with an affair. You can't get away with an affair. Too many people, too many eyeballs, too many cameras. Did you guys see this? Is this the number one trend? It was the number one trend for a while on Twitter. Coldplay was the number one trend. This couple got caught having an affair in the middle of a Coldplay concert. Yes, the number one trend right now on Twitter as of this recording is Coldplay. Number 11 is head of HR. Number 19, chief people officer. So this all involves this thing that happened. This couple, this CEO and the head of HR are being all cuddly, all canoodly. Is that a word? I don't know. I don't care. We're going to use it. They're being all canoodly at a Coldplay concert, and the kiss cam, whatever it's called, the Coldplay cam, goes on them at the concert. They're both married. They're co-workers. Again, one's the CEO, one's the head of HR. It's juicy. It goes on them, and then watch what happens. This is wild. Chris Martin of Coldplay called it out. The whole thing is insane.
Oh, look at these.
Okay, so look at this. Look at their eyes right there. They're on camera, realizing they shouldn't be doing this. Look at them. Let's go back to the beginning. They're all happy. Look at them right there. Oh, we're all happy. We're co-workers. We're cheating on our husbands and our wives. We're just having a great time at this Coldplay concert. We're rocking out. And then the camera goes on. This is in Boston. Watch this. Listen to Chris Martin, what he says.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two.
She doesn't know what to do. And then he ducks. Watch this. He ducks.
All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
I love Chris Martin calling it out. That's beautiful right there. That's absolutely beautiful. Either they're having an affair or they're just shy.
I'm not quite sure.
Watch the. I must do this in slow mo. Watch this. Like, watch it. And if you're listening, you can hear me describe it. Okay, so they're all happy. They're all happy. They're all happy. When do they notice? Look, right here. We're about a second in. He's like, oh, shit. And she's like, oh, my God. We're on the Jumbotron. Like, not even 2 seconds in, she's got her hands over. Honey, you caught. You caught. He just ducks. I don't know where did he Super Mario Brothers this shit? Did he go down in a tunnel? He just ducks. He goes off screen. He just ducks. Just throws her under the bus. She's just left like, oh no. Chris Martin's calling him out. She doesn't know where to go. Again, he's in the tunnel. I don't know if he's hanging out with the Ninja Turtles. Did he find a sewer? Is he hanging out with Splinter? I don't know. But he gone. He out of here. So what's the scoop, guys? I got it for you. This is the most 2025 thing ever. Astronomer CEO, he's the CEO of this company called Astronomer, was caught on camera with his HR chief during this Coldplay concert. Unbelievable. So let's look at these people. Who are they? I'm going to put them on blast anymore. I don't care. So, well, here's my thing, guys. You're going to get caught. You know, I've had this conversation with a good buddy of mine. We were talking about people having affairs. And I said, you can't get away with shit in 2025. You just can't get away with it. It's the same reason I say you can find out anything about anybody in 2025. Everything's public. You can do digging. That's why journalists aren't a thing as much anymore. All these investigative journalists that used to be a thing, and they went around and they asked questions. See, and I work for the New York Times and the Washington Post. No, man, you can be your own journalist. That's what's great about technology. That's what's great about the internet. You don't need to go to journalism school. You can just do digging. There's a lot of public information. There's a lot of stuff that's just open sourced. So these people, I don't know what they're thinking. Like, you're going to get, like, whether it was by Chris Martin or Coldplay, you're going to get caught. And I've said this, by the way, I'm not promoting affairs, but I'm going to say this. Don't have an affair. If you're going to do it, your only option is like a tie hooker or something. Like, that's your only option at this point. It really is. Like a clean transaction, and you better hope you don't get herpes or syphilis and bring something home. Like, that's your only way to not get caught, I think, in 2025. It's your only way. I mean, look at these people. They got caught at a Coldplay concert. So who are they? So we got homeboy Andy Byron, who's the CEO right here. And he was having an affair with Kristen Cabot. They list her as the chief people officer. I guess it's basically she's the head of HR. And then here they are at work together. Here's a nice work photo. Look at them, all cute. She's in her woman pantsuit, hanging out with the coworkers. And this thing just took off, guys. Like, this is a story. People went on Andy's, on his wife's Facebook page to post pictures, which is like, okay, like I mean, she's gonna find out about it. So imagine she wakes up to this. It's just, that's what's crazy about living in 2025. This story can literally just blow up. Here you are thinking like, ooh, we're being naughty. We're having our little affair behind the back of our employees, behind the back of our wife, behind the back of our husband. We're being naughty. Nope. You caught. And now you're trending news. You're literally the number one trend right now on Twitter. When you pull it up, on X, if you pull it up, is Coldplay. It's just crazy. You can't hide anything, man. Like, I learned to accept that a while ago. That you just can't hide anything. You got to just accept it. So who is astronomer CEO Andy Byron? Look, I'm already reading an article. That was written. It's titled, this is from the thisnownews.com. I have no clue what this crappy site is. Times Now World, whatever. Anyway, definitely written by either a bot or, the author is Anaya Varma. Okay. It's like some Slumdog Millionaire shit. Is a journalist who loves chasing stories as much as they love chasing daydreams. Yeah, you look like a bot. You don't look like a real person. But anyway, let's see what the story has to say. Okay, who are these people? So Byron is the CEO of Astronomer for the last 2 years. What is Astronomer? Oh, it's Cincinnati-based. No way. Cincinnati-based tech firm. Get out of here. The company where he heads describes itself as the creator of Astro, a leading data orchestration and observability platform powered by Apache Airflow. I have no clue. It's like I'm speaking Mandarin. I have no clue what any of this means. According to the company's website, Astro accelerates building reliable data products that unlock insights, unleash AI value, and power data-driven applications. The software development firm is valued at $1.3 billion. Wow, bro. You just wrecked your whole career. I hope it was worth it. I hope she was worth it. He's probably got a nice payday. $1.3 billion. They're based here. Where's Astronomer? Oh, it's downtown. 231 West 12th Street. What we got here? We got some Google reviews. Oh, shit. Their Google reviews have already been blown up. Oh, Nelly. Oh, dude, this is what I'm saying. You literally are rude. Dude, homeboy is tanking this company. This is insane. Like, forget just your marriage. Forget just your life. I don't know if you got kids. Forget wrecking. Dude, you're wrecking your whole company. It's gone. Look at these reviews. Let's pull these up. Let's sort by the newest review. 1 star 3 minutes ago. 4 minutes ago. If the staff can't be trusted in their personal world, how can clients trust them in the business dealings? Damn, 11 minutes ago, 1 star. 26 minutes ago, 1 star. Oh, somebody gave him 5 stars though with the picture. Oh, this person's trolling them. Not the best on family values, but really knows how to be hands-on about a lot of different situations, if you know what I mean. Plenty of vacation days with the CEO to get away. Oh, they're all making hands-on jokes. Bro, they're getting destroyed or just roasted. Wow, bro. Dude, they're getting killed. Hey, Andy, what did you tell your wife and kids? Here's what's crazy. A lot of these people trolling seem like they're foreigners. Okay, so they basically, guys, they had not had a review in like years, and now it's just gone. It's gone. I hope it was worth it. That's what I'm saying. I hope it was worth it. All this for little Punani, my man. All this for a little bit of that company of Punani. I don't think it was worth it, man. What are you doing? Guys, you can't get away with anything. You just can't. You can't. And it's only going to get worse. I hate to say it. I hate to say it to everybody. It's only going to get worse, guys. Nothing is secret. They're gonna have stuff. You know that episode of what's that show on Netflix? Netflix show Black Mirror. That's it. I had to look that up. Sorry. Brain freeze right there. There's that episode, I think it's like one of the first ones, if not the first one. That episode of Black Mirror where like you can see your memories and you can like see what people are thinking, and that it's something like that. Anyway, we're gonna be like that soon. We're like, this stuff is just, it's accelerating too quickly. You're gonna be able to read somebody's thoughts. You're gonna be able to read everything. It's insane the pace we're moving at. So yeah, don't have an affair. You're gonna get caught. Again, like your only possible out is maybe like Thailand girl or something. I don't know. You're gonna get caught. I would not suggest doing it. And don't think you're not going to get caught. Now, look, is this a story? Yeah, this is an interesting one. You got caught by the lead singer of Coldplay. I guess there's something to that. If you're going to get caught, I guess that's a cool way to get caught. You've been outed by Chris Martin of Coldplay. Like, I guess that's cool. Not cool when you lose your job. Not cool when you lose your wife, your kids, everything. I hope it was worth it is all I'm saying. And she's the head of HR. How does that play out? She's the one who should be handling these affairs, these interwork relationships. How's that going to play out? Are they going to bring in an outside guy? Who are they bringing in? I don't know, but amazing. Again, it's just this stuff accelerates so quickly. And here's the thing. Here's what I've also learned. That's why also I don't jump to conclusions on things without doing at least a little vetting. You got to do a little vetting, right? When news stories break and people want to pop off on social media, they want to do selfie videos, they want to state their opinion on something, whether it's a social aspect, a political aspect, sports. A lot of times there's more to stories. That's all I'm saying. That's why it's like I try to reserve judgment until I see some facts. Again, you can be your own journalist. You can dig stuff up. That's why I don't just want to jump to conclusions necessarily right away. You don't want to just make assumptions. That's all I'm saying. I wouldn't do that. That's my piece of advice. I would not do that. And get off your phones, guys. Get off your goddamn phones, okay? I'm just going to give you a little message about that. You're probably listening to this on a phone or maybe watching on a phone. That's fine. But like we are so addicted. And I'm noticing it more and more and more. Like I said, I've been going to the gym, trying to get rid of this dad bod. I've been doing the little push-up run workout. And I'll tell you what, the amount of people that walk on the track like this, in their phones, walking, I want to just slap their phones down and go, just put it down for a second. Listen to music, listen to a podcast, listen to an audiobook. That's fine. I got my headphones on. Right? I got my little AirPods on. I'm listening to music or I'm listening to a podcast. That's fine. But just get the fucking screen out of your face. Get it out of your face. Guys, that's my piece of advice to all you guys. Put the screen down at times. You gotta, don't go on a walk. You need to have a space where you're getting away from the screen, man. It's not healthy 24/7. You can't do it. So when you're walking around the track and your face is, come on, man. To steal one from Charles Barkley. Come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. Just stop it. I literally do want to say something to these people, and it's not my place, and I know that. I want to say, dude, just stop looking at your screen. Who cares what the stock market's doing right now? It's usually older people when I go. I drop the girls off at daycare and I go. So it's not like young kids who are watching TikTok videos. It's older people. They're watching Fox News or whatever. They're on their Facebook. They're seeing the latest financial report. They're looking at the S&P. But just put it down, people. Just put it down. I like to occasionally work out without any music. It's nice. It can be nice. Now, a lot of times you need music to pump you up, and I get that, and it's motivation. But it's nice sometimes. You just feel the air. Let it hit your skin. Let it hit your face. Feel it. Listen to the sounds. Now, I really love this when I lived in Venice Beach. I loved it because obviously you had the ocean. You had the waves crashing. It's just a beautiful sound. I love that. Nothing better than the waves crashing. Nothing better than feeling that ocean air. Let it hit your skin. Let it saturate all over you. It feels nice. It feels nice. I don't have that here. But I still occasionally, I go to my little local park, go to my local trail. I hear the bugs. I'm just dying of humidity, but your bugs are just sticking to me left and right. But I hear the chirping. I hear the birds. It's nice. That's going to be a very important thing for me and my kids. I'll tell you that much. And to Brittany and my credit, we have already had discussions. We make sure we're not buried in our phones in front of our kids because that process will repeat itself. It will. Isla's almost 2.5 years old. She picks up on this stuff. She picks up on it. So if I'm buried in my phone, she's going to want to be buried in her phone eventually. They pick up on it. Kids aren't stupid. So I make sure to have a minimum as far as me just looking at my phone when I'm around. And Brittany's even better than me, to be honest, as far as that. There's if I talked about this, there's like a family up the street. They all do it. They literally all do it. I've almost hit the mom with a car before because she's buried in her phone, not even looking, walking across the street with their dog. And all their kids, I think they have like 3 or 4 boys, are the exact same way. The apple does not fall too far from the tree. They're the exact same way. They're kids, I don't know, probably ages 10 to 16. They're always buried in their phones walking the poodle or the multi-poo, whatever their dog is. They're just buried in their phones. It's not good. You're just frying your brain. Again, I have no problem with you looking at our phones. Dude, it's 2025. We're going to be in our phones. I'm in my phone all the time for work. But put it down sometimes. Put the damn thing down. Especially when you're working out. Listen to music. Listen to a podcast. Listen to that audio book. You don't got to be looking at the screen, man. Don't be looking at the screen. Because it just makes us dumb. That's why. I think it just makes us dumb. And you know what I find interesting is that people who aren't on social media just have such completely different perspectives than people who are. And I'm not saying to get off social media. I'm not saying that at all. I just find it interesting. I find it really interesting. Like my brother is not on social media. One of my brothers. At all. He got rid of his Facebook. He's not on Instagram. He's not on TikTok. He's not on Twitter. He has such a different perspective. And I'm kind of the guy who fills him in with funny videos or whatever it is, or like an update on a political issue. Like the Epstein stuff. He has no perspective because he's not on Twitter. Whereas like I'm inundated and that's in my algorithm because I'm obsessed. You know, a little too obsessed. Truthfully. I should put my phone down at times. I'm obsessed at watching new takes, new videos. I find it all so interesting. Whatever it is, new commentary. Like I'll send him stuff and it's like he doesn't believe it as much because he's not on there. It's just coming from me. And I'm like, no, a lot of this stuff is legit. But I'm also not really on TikTok. So somebody might have a completely different perspective of life because they're buried on TikTok. There might be trends on there I know nothing about. I'm not saying one's better or worse than the other as far as being on social media. I just think that there's times that we got to put this stuff down. And don't get me wrong, I love social media. I've made a living off it, guys. I've made a living off it for years. Whether it's directly doing social media accounts, owning one, selling them, producing content, or literally it's gotten me different jobs, different positions. I'm not anti-social media. I just think you need breaks at times. I love social media. It gives me laughs. I've told you guys this many, many, many times. Love the memes. Love the videos. I love seeing that somebody's relationship is just completely wrecked. Just gone because they're cuddling at a Coldplay concert. I love that. I'm here for it. Shoot it into my veins. Give me another hit. Give me more. Give me more Karen videos. They're all over the place. Give me more entertainment. But not when I'm with my daughter. Not when she's learning how to crawl. Not when I'm with Isla, right? Not when she's trying to make me a fake turkey sandwich, a little sandwich shop toy setup she's got. Not then. But yeah, when I got time, send me the Karen on the plane. I got a new one today. Send me the Karen on a plane. This is a good one. This is good. She's insane. Send me more of these if you got them. Well, this Karen on a plane. Okay, look at. Hold on. Let's rewind this. This Karen is unbelievable. I believe that. Where was this? This has got to be. What is this like? Somewhere in the east coast of Florida. So this Karen, I watched this one and I couldn't stop laughing. What is this? What is the story behind this Karen on a plane? All right, let's read the caption. Fight breaks out on plane after female lawyer is accused of cutting the line. Oh, you can't do that. To get off the plane first. One man began chanting Karen as she argued with others. She starts arguing with everybody. Dude, this is a wild exchange. Okay, so this little Karenita decides that she's going to skip the line. You can see the plane just landed. Everybody's starting to stand. She's going to just skip it. Which, by the way, major party foul right here. You don't skip the line. You don't skip the line on a plane. In fact, I don't know why people stand. That's always been a pet peeve of mine. I'm sure a lot of you guys. Why are you standing? Why? I've called people out before. Why? Why are you standing? Where are you going? We're all in this together. Nobody's leaving. Why are you standing? You had a 2-hour flight, a 3-hour flight to stretch your legs. You're going to decide to stretch them now? Sit your ass back down. Get your ass back in your seat. But even worse is somebody trying to skip the line. There is an order to things in life, guys. There is an order. We have chaos, we have order. There is an order to things. I have a 2-year-old. I try to keep her in order, to teach her order. You don't just run in front. That's not how the world works. You don't just go to the grocery store and run right in front. No, there's a line. And you wait in line, and that's order. Because if you don't have that, you got chaos. The opposite of order. So this Karen wants to just be a bitch. Let's just call it what it is. All right. There's caption. I don't know if you guys are going to understand this. I'm going to have to repeat some of this. Let's see what's going on here.
Right now, why don't you shut your mouth?
I want to wait for the people in front of me to get up.
Okay, so he's telling her to wait. He's telling her to wait. She's saying to shut your mouth.
How we doing?
Oh my God, you're all whiny for no reason.
Where you going? Let the people go.
Wow.
I hold
Get up the way you want to. Okay?
You're just a Karen, and
You're just a Karen. Yo, we're all coming here. Look, you're just a Karen. We've all been on this flight from LaGuardia. You're just a Karen. I don't care how you want to spin it. You're a fucking Karen. So get your little Karen ass back in your seat before I whoop your ass.
It's the way it is.
Just deal with it, people. My God.
Dude, she's so angry. She's so angry. That's her response? Just deal with it? Dude, if you have an excuse to get and skip the line, just say the excuse. That's what I don't get here. Why can't she just be like, hey, I got an appointment. I got a meeting. Whatever it is. If she has something. Or maybe she's just, maybe she's an asshole. I don't know. But if you got an obligation, why can't she just say that? She's telling everybody to shut up, deal with it.
Why don't you all shut up? It's not affecting any of you. No, but you're sitting in the You guys are so funny. You're the Karens about it because you're the ones who are making noise. Nobody's bothering you.
I mean, he's right. He's saying have some respect. Just have some respect. You can't reverse Karen them. She's like, you're the Karens. No, you're the Karen. You're the one trying to be the Karen.
Not even if you're. I'm sorry. Do you have my permission to record me?
Do you have my permission to record me? Oh, this is amazing. Yeah, that's kind of how it works in public. Yeah, you can be recorded, Karen. I'm glad she's been put on blast. She needs to be put on blast.
Public.
Shut up.
F-bombs.
Yep. Because you've never said one.
Dude, she literally argues like a child. It's fascinating to watch. It's fascinating to watch just like the emotional retardation of this woman. And I'm not using that in a derogatory sense. It's like the slowed emotional growth of this woman. It's like it's stunted. I'm not a Karen. You're a Karen. Dude, I'm telling you, I have a 2.5-year-old. There's a lot of similarities between how this grown woman is acting. And I'm going to get to Isla here in a minute, how she's gotten insane. And terrible twos are on steroids at this point. But there's a lot of similarities. My 2.5-year-old and this woman.
I can tell you have. Oh, yes, I can. Given your accent, I can tell you said the F-bomb.
So they tell her, it's so funny. They tell her to stop dropping F-bombs. There's kids there. There's families. And now she's going to this guy for having an accent. Of course he said the F-bomb. Everybody said the F-bomb. You don't say it in front of kids, lady.
We're not doing that. You can be a jerk. No, you're not going to insult someone because of an accent.
So then this other woman gets offended. This is what is happening in our country. This other woman then gets offended because she called out the accent, which was stupid. But now she's going to get offended.
We're not doing
Don't
that.
put your finger at
Okay?
me.
This is a low IQ human being.
Yeah, it is.
You ain't gonna change this.
I love when they say ain't.
She's now called a low IQ human being. And now she's going to get mad at the guy for saying the word
And they
ain't.
talk about low IQ.
I use AIDS and I'm in a doctoral program. So
Oh, wow, that's a big deal. I'm a lawyer and I don't say ain't.
Clearly racist.
Do you even know what the word racist means? It's not, wait, you're white. Because that's racist. Maybe xenophobic if you're talking about accents. Maybe get the vocabulary right. Right when we get off this plane, I'll meet you out there with my bar card.
After that video goes viral, you'll lose that too.
Sure.
Wow. She's literally arguing with everybody on the plane, dude. Everybody. Dude, she's just taking bullets just left and right, man. She's just, I mean, she is just. You ever seen the thing on Mogadishu? With the American Special Ops. Right, and the helicopters get shot down. And guys are just fighting for like that's her, just fighting for her life. She's holed up in one of those houses, just taking bullets from the Somalians, just like just left and right. She's just everybody, and she's trying to fight back. She's trying to fight back to no avail. Just trying to get out of this Karen situation. She's in a rabbit hole of Karendom. She just can't get out. She's so angry though, man. That's the thread through. Like, there's a lot of angry people in our country. There's a lot of upset people. I don't have an answer to that. I don't know why. I mean, realistically, it's never been better. Realistically, if you want to break it down, guys, it's never been better ever. Ever. For everybody. If you really want to break it down, people don't look at history. People don't size up where we came from to where we're at. That always bothers me. That always bothers me when you have these discussions. We're not perfect. We have a long way to go in so many regards. But like, it's never been better in our country for everyone, every race, every background, every nationality, every gender. It's never been better. It really hasn't. And yet, why are we so angry? Is it because of social media? Is it because we're buried in our phones? I don't know. I haven't done a study. But everyone's so angry. Dude, can you imagine growing up in the 1860s? You got to get all your food, no plumbing, low life expectancy, high mortality for babies, for everybody. You get diarrhea, you die. That's the truth. You get diarrhea, you die. Both my kids had like a 24-hour bout of diarrhea this week. They're dead in the 1860s. That's the sad truth. They dead. They didn't make it. They're dead. They got diarrhea and they're dead. So we've never had it better, and everyone loses that. It's fascinating to me, the lack of perspective, how dumb people can be at times. Like but then everyone's so depressed and everyone's so upset. Why? I remember after Trump won the first time, I was doing a show and a female comedian said, and she's gotten decently big at this point. I'm not going to say her name, but I was on the show with her and she said, it's never been a worse time to be a woman. And I remember just thinking, how stupid are you? How dumb are you? You think it's never been a worse time to be a woman? Do you know nothing about history, nothing about the arc of the modern day female versus maybe even just 30, 40 years ago? There's never been a worse time. You went on a stage and you said such a ridiculous comment. Like, I can't even wrap my head around how stupid that is. And yet these people are everywhere. They're everywhere. Zero, just absolutely zero understanding of anything. And I think that's why a lot of these people are angry. And that's why they're pissed off and they're depressed. And I don't know why. I don't know why they're so uneducated when literally you got everything right. This thing right here, the phone. I mean, you got it. Again, don't be buried in it. Don't live in it. You can learn things though. You can learn things. I was on ChatGPT last night. You guys are probably so sick of hearing me talk about it. But like, yeah, I was on it. I was looking up some NFL QB stats that I wanted to know. Right? But everyone's just so angry. We're going on flights so angry. We're getting called out. We're getting mad. We're trying to call out everybody. We're saying wild things that make no sense. So just get off the damn phones, people. It's important, man. We try to minimize the screen time with our girls, especially little 2.5-year-old Isla. It's like she has a long day at daycare. And after dinner, she wants to relax and watch some TV. I have no problem with it. Watch some YouTube. Watch some Disney. I have no problem with it. An hour max. Usually we don't even do that. We should do maybe like 20 to 30 minutes max. But that's fine. That's fine. It's good. She can decompress too, even though she's just a little mini human. She's basically a mini human. She is crazy now, by the way. She's absolutely crazy. Can I read the report from her? I don't know how to discipline her, guys. I don't know how to discipline her. We don't know how. It's like she does the reverse psychology. Would you like it if someone hit you? Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that. Let me just read this. I got this in front of me. These are some sticky notes from last week because I asked for detailed reports. That's another thing that blows my mind about daycare. All these parents don't want to know. Why? You don't want to know the progress of your kid? You don't want to get to know the daycare workers? It's kind of weird to me. You don't want to know who's in charge of your kids for 7, 8, 9 hours a day? It's bizarre. Get to know your daycare workers. Ask them questions. Be friendly. Be polite. They are in charge of your kids majority of the week. So they know at my daycare, I'm like, hey, I want to know I want to hear the good. I want to hear the bad. I want to hear the progress of my kid. We had the worst day ever last week. Let me just read this. Talk about terrible twos. Talk about temper tantrums. She's insane. Isla got mad outside, so she kicked a bike over. When asked to pick it up multiple times, she said no, which, by the way, is her favorite word right now. And I know kids go through this. But still, get the no out of your mouth. I always thought I'd say yes, not no. Isla said no, so she was sent inside with Christina. While inside, Isla grabbed an instrument and started hitting the shelves, told teacher no when asked to stop and put it away. Teacher then took it and put it away. Isla started throwing a tantrum and threw her shoes and tried to take off all her clothes. What? What is going on here? You do the tantrum and you try to take off all your clothes? But seriously, back to the woman on the plane. She wasn't throwing tantrums, but like the grown-ass woman on the plane's behavior isn't that much different than my 2.5-year-old. Isla was then taken on a walk in the halls with the teacher after. So they had to decompress the situation, man. They had to get her out of it. Oh, but wait, there's more. During nap, a friend had a toy Isla wanted. Isla got up to get the toy and was told to go back to her cot. Isla fell to the floor saying no. So teacher picked her up and put her on cot. Isla then started yelling no and throwing her nap stuff. Welcome to my world, guys. Welcome to my world. Loves the nose at this point. You can do timeout. You can do, like, here's my thing. I think kids sometimes should get spanked. Doesn't mean you have to hit them hard. She needs to learn, in my opinion. You know, if she was doing this stuff around me, it's like, at a certain point, you need to be disciplined. This is unacceptable behavior. And I know it's a phase, and I know it's called the terrible twos, but you also need to set precedents in life for people, for your kids. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days, especially when you're getting lack of sleep at times. But you can't act like this. You can't. You know, I don't think it's a far thing removed that you end up being the Karen on the plane. I'm being dead serious. I think if you don't, you're not always going to discipline your kids, but you're going to try. They're not always going to listen. You're going to try. If you don't do this, she's going to end up being a bitch on a plane at 45, at 50. I think it starts at a young age. So you at least instill in them the lessons of right and wrong. The lessons of being a good person, the lessons of courtesy and sharing and being polite. It's important, man. And she's insane. I love her to death. I absolutely love that girl so much. I don't even know what my life is without her. The truth. Like, it's so crazy. I went from no kids to one kid. I was like, what was my life before one kid? Now I have 2 kids. I'm like, what was my life with just one kid? I don't know what that was. It was a lot easier. This isn't easy. Love it though. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Are there times I just want to hop in a time machine and go back to Venice Beach? Yes, there are times. I just want to hop in a little time machine, go back to the Smut Studio, go back to 1720 Pacific Avenue, Venice, California, number 244-90291. I want to go back right there. the old address. Let's go back to Savage Town. Get me away from all these girls. But I don't want to be there forever. I'll tell you that much. I want to come back to my girls. Are there times I want to go back to my parents' house? Yeah. I think about that. Yeah. There's definitely times I want to go back to my parents' house, right? I lived in my parents' house for about 20 months after they died by myself. It was a time of mourning, but it was also therapeutic. It's the only house I've ever known, ever. I was born and raised in that house. The house is still in the family, right? My brother bought it. It was a great way to deal with my grief and all the disturbing things that was going on in my head and all the difficultness and all that. Like, it was great. And I also had a house to myself. And it was relaxing. And there was not taking kids to daycare. And there was not 2-year-olds going psycho in a bathtub because they didn't want to get out. Whatever it was. Not a 2-year-old, or a baby shitting all over you. Had a lot of those recently. But again, I want to come back. It's like I posed the question to my buddies, and we all agreed last time we got together. I said, if you could go back to college, again, you could take a time machine. You could go back to college and relive those 4, for me 5, victory lap, years of college. But then you can also come back to your life now with your wife and your kids. Do you do it? And everybody said, yeah. All of us said, yeah. And my one buddy put it best. He goes, you know what I miss most? You know what I miss most about college? No responsibility. We were fortunate enough. No responsibility. We were fortunate enough that we weren't working 40 hours a week while taking, a full load of classes is my point. Yeah, it's not easy, but I wouldn't trade it is my point. Now trying to discipline a 2.5-year-old is not easy. I don't know what to do. We try a lot of stuff, but I think sleep is the main thing. She needs sleep. Guys, I'm here. I'm here. If you want to give me tips, I'm always open. I'm always open. The DMs are open at Andy Ruther. They're always open. The hotline is here. What is the hotline? I never know it. What is the damn hotline here? Here it is. 859-935-0078. Do you have any advice on parenting, on disciplining a 2-year-old? Whatever it is, give the hotline a shout. 859-935-0078. Leave a comment on YouTube. Leave a comment on Spotify. Whatever. It's all there. Leave a review. Help a brother out. Leave a review. Give a rating, whatever it is. I feel like a poor British kid begging for porridge. Leave a review, sir. One review for me, sir, please. Just one review. Help feed my child, please. All right, guys. I enjoy doing this. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll be back next week. Hopefully we'll get back to that Wednesday schedule. I was doing good, but fell off a little this week, but get my ass back on it. All right. Much love. Have a great weekend. Peace.